Hey, Joe on the radio, 823 on AM 970, The Answer. I got to tell you right now, please listen up if you would. And again, I know there's a lot of folks that listen. They sample the show from, I know just from Washington, all across America. Please listen up to Chris Grollnek. I'm going to bring him back to the airwaves. We have an answer on how to stop the guns because we're having we had the ritual and we pay tribute to lives lost. But whether it's in Las Vegas, with the Las Vegas shootings, or it's in New York Monday, there is a way to stop it. We have the technology to stop it, and I'm going to put it out on the airwaves. And I just pray that the right people are listening. Chris Grollnek is a retired police detective and active shooting expert. Chris, here we go again. But first of all, thank you for joining us. So let me go. First of all, your thoughts on this and what happened, how this guy, this creep, this mentally ill creep, allegedly starts in Vegas. He's working for a company in Vegas. Now the NYPD's out there investigating Chris Grollnek. And then he makes his way all the way across country. And then he puts an extra rounds in this gun, and it could have all been stopped, Chris, if they just went to active shooting expert online. Give us your thoughts, please, sir.
Good morning, Joe. These are always tragic, and sadly, we've had this conversation. I really don't know how many times now, but it's over and over. And the more reports that come out, they just reflect the number of times that you and I talk. I think we have one discussion that's not about murder. And let's just call it what it is, a tragic slaying of, one of my brethren. I'm a retired police officer, and, we lost an officer and another one, critically wounded, a little bit tough, similar to when children die in these things. And I got to the point when I talked to your producer, the other day, I'm very hesitant to promote or say anything, but we have to promote the solution. I mean, I heard the intro. I'm very grateful for you. I'm always good to talk to you no matter what. It's just these situations are so bad. They capture even my words, and I'm not usually lost for words. This is one of those ones where we're not going to know what happened because, he killed himself, had the last word, took the coward's way out. There's a lot of speculation that he was on his way up to the, NFL offices, took the wrong elevator, et cetera. Mm-hmm. So if we could just today, I know we have a short time, go backwards and just talk about, there's a way to stop these. I think we should memorialize all the victims as honored heroes that, are leading the charge to stop these by lessons learned from the past.
That's right.
But we're allergic to learning our lessons from the past, Joe. I mean, listen, 26 years is my waterfall moment. My watershed moment. Mm. We go back to Columbine, 1999. I've talked to you about it before. Yep. That's not the first active shooter in America by any stretch of the imagination. But Columbine, it took police 45 minutes to get inside that school. Mm. So 26 years later, 3.3 plus another $1.1 billion a year. That's in equipment and technology. Those are two numbers added together. $4.4 billion a year investment. And we're getting slower. Like, look at Uvalde. It took officers, 376 officers, 1 hour and 17 minutes to get in. So not only did we get lower and slower, but we spent an exceptional amount of money in between, wasting time and, unfortunately, not focusing on what could help. And what we promoted, that P.R.O model that you discuss all the time, the prevention, response, and options. This guy walked through the courtyard off, Fifth Avenue, I believe, got in front of 345. The way he gets in, he's brandishing a firearm in real time. They have him on camera, and I've told you 100 times, cameras are exceptional witnesses to go back and look at the historic snapshot of an event, but they don't do anything for you except record and tell you what happened. And to have a human watching a video screen 5-8 hours a day, it's only capable of watching one or two, and their attention span's gone. You probably wouldn't see a human with a firearm. So you have to have some type of video analytic in your cameras. Every camera, and I'm going to say agnostic today, but every camera company has an analytic that they can put in there called gun detection. You just need to know what the best choice of that gun detection is. If you're going to spend the money, and it's not that much per license, you buy the one that has a neural network. Somebody's using agentic AI, not just object recognition that remembers a picture from a archive, and it ties into a notification. Could you imagine the guy double parks, gets out of his car, gets his rifle. The second that rifle's present, the camera with its analytic, its gun detection, sends a signal back to the police department and the officers in the atrium and says, hey, you got somebody walking in with a gun.
Yep.
They have secure doors that, maybe they were, maybe they weren't secure. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
They have metal detectors, walked right through them. How to get on the elevator? Why was there no access card? How come the elevator gate was open?
That's right.
Now you ask the investigative questions. So I just want to tell your audience, to the naysayers or the people that say, oh, nobody's an expert, I don't really care. Brett, I almost said the wrong word, but I really don't care. I will tell you this. My solution we have 3 registered saves across America. That is 3 mass shootings that did not happen on record that are documented why they didn't happen, because they put in our prevention model. And the would-be domestic terrorists, because that's what they are, were arrested. And, we weren't on the phone talking the next day about it. And I don't really celebrate those too much, and maybe I should. Maybe it's time that we exploit those. But these victims, Joe, heartbreak, right? I watch the news too, and unfortunately, I get contacted a little bit with a much deeper emphasis on these by the investigative authorities. But all I can tell you is I'm grateful for your time, and I'm not promoting Chris Grollnek. I'm promoting there's a solution.
Yep. No, we did the same thing. We had Andrew Pollack on, who lost his beautiful daughter Meadow in the park shootings. And Andy's great. And he came on last minute and jumped on. And I mentioned your name, and he has a whole system that, again, he goes, Joe, you should have it in your building. So now I'm going to get Andy in touch with the building. But when this happens, we do the prayer service, we mourn, and we hold up our heroes, and then it happens all over again. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And also, this guy, what was he doing working in Las Vegas? What was he doing working as a security, or an investigative, guy? He was like an investigator, this guy? And there's no mental illness. And how did he get the gun? Now after the fact is too late. It's too blank and late. And now when I'm telling you, if you're going to have, again, Andrew Pollack, I'll retweet these out. These are products that you could put in your workplace. What Chris Grollnek is talking about here, and again, it's seconds, but seconds matter. And this is it's like a 2-tiered solution for me, Chris. You get what you're talking about. Go to Active Shooting Expert online, Active Shooting Expert. Get the technology, the taxes that we pay in New York City. What do you use it for? You got to use it to get some state of the art ability, and it exists. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. This exists. There is a technology that can detect a weapon. If a guy's especially carrying an M4 type weapon you could see it. And if they had more police officers, like about 7,000 more police officers, and they paid them what they deserve, these things wouldn't happen. It's so matter of fact. It drives me nuts that no one listens. And now they're gonna cajole. They're gonna say, I'm sorry. And you know what? It was great. I'm tired of that. These poor people. This one girl that died. This Wesley LePatner girl, senior managing director at Blackstone, Yale graduate, CEO of Blackstone Real. These people.
Our future was taken away.
Exactly. Look, another Rudin management, and they were great. We have to have active shooting drills at where we work. The technology is there, Chris, and tell us where we could find you. And I implore everybody in a municipality, everybody, don't let the days are going to go by. You're going to bury Officer Islam tomorrow, and God rest his soul. And the rest of the other people that were killed. There's a solution. What is the website that we could go to, Chris, if someone's listening, please, and wants to help?
They can go to ASPP. P.R.O. So that's Active Shooter Prevention Project, Prevention, Response, and Options. It's ASPP P.R.O. So it has an extra P in there. But listen, Joe, I have free resources on there that we just give away. There's nothing for sale today.
Wow.
Just click on there. Go into resources. We wrote a kid's book on how to talk to children. We gave it away. No clicks, no QR code, nothing. And I just want to say one thing about Andrew Pollack. That man paid a price that I'm not willing to pay. No matter what he says, I'm behind him. Yeah. Same as all the parents that lost a child. I don't care what I do for a living. And I'll tell you, you put this thing together with a mapping system. You put this thing together with a metal detector system. You put this thing together with a weapons detection system. You have an encapsulated security bubble that will not be breached. And We're not going to go down the rabbit hole of who gets better protection than others, but New York City, you mentioned taxes, California, everywhere.
Yep.
They have giant security operation centers. They have the cameras there, Joe. They just need to buy a license.
Yes.
And most of them have the licenses. They just don't share the data because they don't want anyone else to know what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you right now, you get me on the show and we'll go down that rabbit hole next time, because this one, you know me, I don't get into that. I will. I'm all about it today because I'm fired up. So
I love it.
God rest all those people.
Yeah. But we will. You're right. They take somebody. I think somebody told us yesterday. They were Pat Brosnan, our friend from Brosnan Risk. He had Pat, and he said, one image. How many images? There's like each person has like 300-400 images, and I don't know if that's a number, but something like that. The facial recognition. They got the technology, and they're doing that for what? Because, well, maybe it's a bad guy. No, that gun should have been spotted immediately. You have to beef up the police force, so there should be a cop on every single street corner in New York City.
No doubt. And you need the analytics to feed back and tell you, and you are 100% right. And the facial recognition, same thing. This guy has a mental illness. He has a concealed weapons permit. Are you kidding me? That's one of the first reasons you pulled him, and he ends up in New York. And look, we end up talking. You can hear me. I'm getting fired up. I apologize, but I'll tell you this. Every day I listen to your show, and everybody I've heard so far, I mean, beautiful content. God rest all the victims. And I'm telling you again, I'm not selling anything, but if you go to Google and you type active shooter expert, I'll be the first 32 returns. And we don't do search engine anything. I'm at the age now where we just give it away, but we have enough programs that we have experts that if I don't know, I won't do it. Somebody else will. This isn't about me. This is about we, and we're here for you.
That's it, man. Chris, well done, my friend. God bless you. Godspeed. I know we're going to talk again, but let's keep on this. Public service because it is much needed now more than ever. Chris Grollnek, thank you, and Godspeed, my friend.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.